today our group will discuss how Animal Farm by George Orwell relates to the Introduction to Political Science course. This novel is a political allegory that illustrates how power can be abused and how the people often become victims of oppressive system. We will connect it to political concepts that we have studied in this course.
One of the main themes in Animal Farm is how power leads to the corruption. For example, the Napoleon, after taking the leadership, he becomes increasingly dictatorial and prioritizes his own interests over the welfare of the other animals. Just like the quotes from the novel, all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. This quote shows how leaders often abuse power and oppress their people with unjust laws.
Next is propaganda and control of information. In the novel, Squealer plays a crucial role in spreading propaganda for Napoleon. This reflects how authoritarian government use propaganda to control the people. Squealer constantly twists the truth to make Napoleon look good and to convince the other animals that their suffering is justified. Quote from the novel, "If Comrade Napoleon say it, it must be right." This shows how language and communication can be powerful tools in politics. In the real world, we can see how media is often used to manipulate information and maintain the power of those in charge. It emphasizes the importance of critical thinking and independent media in a healthy political system.
Chapter 4 is about revolution and its failure. The revolution in Animal Farm began with the spirit of justice but ultimately failed due to greed and unhacked power. This can be related to real-life revolution that end up becoming authoritarian regime. Quote from that novel, "The creatures outside look from pig to man and from man to pig and from pig to man again, but already it was impossible to say which was which."
In Chapter 5 of Animal Farm by George Orwell, it shows that animal farms revolve around the abuse of power, manipulation, and the rise of dictatorship. Firstly, power can corrupt. Napoleon used force, the dogs, to remove his rival, showing that those in power may use violence or fear to control others. Secondly, propaganda and manipulation can change truth. After chasing Snowball away, Napoleon lies and claimed that the windmill was actually his idea, showing how leaders can actually twist facts to suit their agenda. Thirdly, is democracy can easily be destroyed. The animals lose their rights to vote and hold meetings, representing that how a society can move from democracy to dictatorship if the people don't stand up against injustice.
Napoleon, a leader or dictator. History has shown us that the power can be dangerous. In Animal Farm, Napoleon is not just a pig. He is a dictator who rules through fear and violence. Like real-world authoritarian leader, he eliminates his rival. Snowball uses propaganda to stay in power and control the animals by making them believe he is always right. In the novel, the priest Napoleon is always right reflect how these mindsets allow authoritarian leader to remain in power without paying questions. So, in real question is, do we still see this kind of leadership in the real world?
Hi, I'm Mahathir. I'm going to talk about my part of this novel. This novel is about criticism of communism and totalitarianism. This novel is a critique of Stalin's role in the Soviet Union. Orwell demonstrates how the ideals of communism can be manipulated by power-hungry leaders. Quote from the novel, "No one believes more firmly than Comrade Napoleon that all animals are equal. He will be only too happy to let you make your decisions for yourself. But sometimes you might make the wrong decisions. Comrades, and then where should it be?" This shows how authoritarian leaders justify their control by claiming to act in the people's best interests.
The role of citizens in politics. The ordinary animals in Animal Farm do not resist because they are either afraid or influenced by propaganda. This can be related
to how citizens often fail to realize their power in politics. Quote from the novel: "They were always cold and usually hungry as well." This reflects how people in authoritarian states are often kept in hardship to prevent them from rising up.
From Novel Animal Farms demonstrate three critical political science concepts: power need to boundary, propaganda present risks in society, and citizens must evaluate their leaders with skepticism. These are important concepts in political science.
In conclusion, Animal Farm is more than just a story about animals, but reflections of real-world politics and power dynamics. It reminds us to always be careful of power-hungry leaders and to stand against oppressions. As a politics science students, we can learn valuable lessons from this novel and use them to better understand how the world works today. Thank you. That's all from us.